From the desert of signals, somewhere east of reality, this is Gaming After Dark. Welcome everyone, I'm Vesper Tomlinson, your enigmatic host and tour guide to the unusual, the unsettling, the unspeakable side of gaming fandom. Everyone knows that gamers are a bunch of toxic, entitled degenerates. At least, that's the narrative repeatedly pushed by games journalists and even some developers and publishers, but is it true? When gamers boo an announcement at a convention or vociferously express displeasure about decisions made by a publisher, or make unreasonable demands like expecting a quality product in exchange for money, are they exhibiting justified reactions, or is it the behavior of emotionally stunted crybabies? We reached out to discuss this topic with experts in the fields of economics, sociology, and marketing, but since they weren't available, here are some last-minute replacements. First, and only because we can't dislodge him from our system no matter what we try, is the Epic Games Store.
What do y'all think, Vesper? I'm trying to come up with a new motto, and I'm a little torn. How does this one strike you? Diversification through monopolization.
That's perfect, go with that. Next up...
Wait, y'all haven't heard my other idea yet.
The first one was fine, print some coffee mugs. Next up, the game that loudly and proudly announced Epic exclusivity with a controversial blog post, Ubletz. One at a time, please. I can't understand you. Would it be possible to speak with a single Ublet?
What up, Ubletz? How are y'all enjoying that exclusivity money? Yeah, that's right. Why work for success like some kind of chump when you can sell your soul and pretend you've already succeeded? Hey, what do y'all think my new slogan should be? I want something that says, I'm a fun guy who wants what's best for the little guy, but which also says, Steam can suck my big swinging sack of money. Money!
And before that mental picture gets encoded in my long-term memory, here's our final guest, behemoth game publisher EA.
Hello, Vesper. Thanks for taking my call.
You're not a caller, EA. You're a guest on the show. We called you.
So I can't even get that right?
Is something wrong?
What isn't wrong, Vesper? I'm one of the biggest gaming companies in the history of the world, and all anybody can talk about is how awful and terrible I am. They must think because I'm so big that I must not have any feelings, but I do! It stings, man. It stings. When they say I'm just a big bad boogeyman of gaming, when they call me the worst company in the industry.
I believe the award you won was Worst Company in America.
Thanks, Epic.
2 years in a row, in fact.
Mm-hmm. So glad you're pointing this out.
Y'all are on track for it this year, too. When y'all's servers bugged out at that tournament and you made those pro FIFA players decide matches by playing rock, paper, scissors, that was just bad optics, man. Bad optics.
Hey, whose side are you on anyway?
Ellie. Can I call you Ellie?
No.
Look, Ellie. The only people whose side I'm on are the poor, oppressed game developers suffering under that exorbitant 30% Steam tax.
Here we go.
Here at Epic Games, we offer a 12% revenue split, which is much better than that outrageous 30% tax that Steam takes from y'all's profits.
So for you, it's a revenue split, but when Steam does it, it's a tax?
Anything above 29.5% is a tax. That's a literal definition. Why don't y'all look it up? Open a dictionary once in a while.
I'll get my elite fact-checkers on that, but in the meantime, let's discuss what we actually came here to talk about.
You mean trash-talking Steam and brainstorming new slogans? How about this one? There's a reason Steam rhymes with lame.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it does. Steam, lame.
Not when you speak like an adult.
I thought this was a Colin Help show. Like, you know how the show with the guy, Frasier, and there's all these people call in and Frasier gives them life advice? What was that show called again?
Frasier?
Yeah, no, him, yeah, but what show is he on?
Moving on. In the past year, mainstream gaming media has produced many so-called news articles with headlines like "Game developers, it's time to stop listening to the fans," and "How to handle entitled gamers." It's taken on many forms, but this entitled gamers narrative doesn't seem to be losing steam.
It's pronounced Stame.
Gentlemen and Ubletz, your thoughts? Excuse me?
I think what my little Ubletz friends are trying to say.
Your what friends?
The Ubletz.
You mean the Ubletz?
Would y'all quit interrupting me, Vesper? What the Ubletz are trying to say is that people threatened to pirate them as soon as they came on my store. Between that and review bombing and death threats sent to developers, how can y'all argue that gamers are not a bunch of degenerates?
Come now, Epic. Is it really fair to characterize an entire group by its worst, most extreme members?
No, of course not. That would be ignorant and unkind. I'm not saying the worst, most toxic members of the gaming community represent the whole group. What I'm saying is that there are no worst members, because the whole group is like that. Except for one tiny slice of them, of course, the loyal patrons of the Epic Games Store, who have thrown off the tyranny of Steam in search of a better future for all gamers. Maybe, just maybe, I'll live to see a day where the toxic fumes of this current age have dissipated and true harmony reigns. And as y'all know, you can't spell harmony without epic.
Yes, you can. There is zero crossover between the letters in those words.
Well, Mr. Smarty Britches, you know what you can do with the letters in Epic Games Store? If you rearrange them, it spells Masterpieces Go. Wait, that's brilliant, because Epic is where all the masterpieces go.
You can also make it spell septic ego smear.
We don't know what that means.
But surely you must agree that some game publishers and developers, and quite a few so-called games journalists, have done their part to antagonize gamers and contribute to the toxicity.
Well, you're right about that, Vesper. Look at CD Projekt Red, for example. Insisting on delivering value for money, offering free stuff, listening to their community. It's no wonder gamers turn into brats when they're spoiled like that.
Look at BioWare before I whipped them into shape. They changed the ending to Mass Effect 3 when players whined about it. I was so mad at them for that. I shut down Black Box Games.
Wait, players didn't like the ending of Mass Effect 3.
That's right.
It didn't live up to the quality they had come to expect from the studio.
Correct, yes.
So BioWare decided to change the ending.
Uh-huh.
They made it better.
Well, that's what everybody tells me, yeah.
Not perfect, but better.
Truer words were never spoken.
And this is a bad thing?
Yeah.
What y'all are not understanding, Vesper, is that if gamers didn't have such unreasonable expectations, such as wanting a satisfying ending to an epic trilogy they've been fans of for years, those poor developers wouldn't have needed to do that extra work. Where else does this happen? Y'all don't see people flipping out and demanding that James Cameron change the movie because the Titanic sank at the end of Titanic, do ya?
Oh, I love that movie about the Titanic. What's it called again?
Titanic.
I really get a feeling of satisfaction watching that ship hit an iceberg and going down. It reminds me of how I feel every time I shut down one of my studios, especially one that I've recently acquired. Which reminds me, I need to set up a meeting with BioWare.
Wait a minute. Are you claiming that video games is the only industry where customers complain when they don't like a product? Have you not been following the reaction to Star Wars over the past couple of years? And what about the new Sonic movie? They changed the design of Sonic in response to backlash and engendered tons of goodwill with fans. The movie did very well after that.
Happy, satisfied fans? That is not what us big companies want to be striving for. We need our customers broken and resigned to their fates so they stop thinking about what value they're actually getting for the money they put in.
If you want to know who's really entitled, it's us, AAA publishers. We consider ourselves entitled to people's hard-earned money, even though they're not getting anything good out of the deal. I mean, have you seen the unthinkably broken state that so many big-budget games have released in recently? Games from Bethesda, Blizzard, even BioWare. Anthem barely even qualified as a game.
EA, did you just have a moment of introspective clarity? Could this possibly be a turning point in how you conduct your business?
What? No. Oh, wait. Is being entitled the bad thing in the conversation?
Bethesda, Blizzard, Bioware. Maybe instead of AAA games, we should start calling them Triple B games, am I right?
The end goal, of course, looking a few years down the road, we want it so that gamers don't even notice that they're not even getting a game anymore, and they just continue to give us money. Free money. I mean, what could be better than that? All my studios are falling in line nicely, except for that goody two-shoot Respawn. Keeping my eye on him.
Let me take a moment to offer a counterpoint to your, I don't even know what to call them, arguments, notions. What's the opposite of logical reasoning? For decades, the popular adage in retail and service industries has been that the customer is always right, the underlying philosophy being that a customer who feels deceived or cheated will not be a loyal patron of your business. This is no longer the guiding philosophy in certain subsectors of entertainment, where audiences are expected to enjoy whatever is shoveled at them and told there's something wrong with them if they don't. Is it really any wonder that they would resent this? Meanwhile, those who prop up this toxic gamer narrative actively ignore the positive things that come out of the gaming community, things like charity events, standing up for important causes, actively supporting game companies they believe in. Case in point, Epic, do you remember Dark?
Dark?
D-A-R-Q, Dark.
Did y'all just ask if I remember Dark?
Yes. When the developer of that game turned down your exclusivity deal because it would mean breaking promises to his customers, there was an outpouring of support from gamers. A few even said that they'd buy the game even though they had no interest in playing it.
How could I not remember Dark? They say you'll never forget the one that got away.
My point
It
is...
haunts my dreams, that game does. Dark. Like the shadows that cloud my soul.
What's happening? What is that? Make it stop.
They say you don't know what you've got until it's gone. But I did not know what I needed. Now I see just what I need to carry on. And I won't give up till you've conceded. I'm the savior of gaming. My praises all the devs were proclaiming. If not for y'all, I could own them all. All of this money couldn't fill my empty soul. I spent a fortnight all alone. Then Metro Exodus helped me see a brand new goal. And I got Gearbox on the phone. Every game from Steam must be punted, even those that were crowdfunded, but it can't come true if I don't have you. I love you exclusively. I'll sing it out obtrusively. Tell me why, when I got down on one knee to give you money, you said you'd say yes to me. At the launch of Half-Life 3, I love you exclusively, and only slightly abusively. Tell me why you blew me off for Steam. 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 Why did you blow me off for Steam? That was a really low blow. Take me back, baby. I mean, I'll take you back if you wanna apologize. Won't even make you beg or nothing. Get over here and take my money!
That was so beautiful, so moving, and so sad. You know, I need to make myself feel better. I'm gonna go cancel another Star Wars game, guys. See you later.
I feel like there's a lesson to be learned from all this. I haven't the foggiest idea what it is. If you'd like to share your thoughts, tweet me at Vesper Tomlinson. In the meantime, let's resolve to be better than those who accuse us of being toxic to serve their own agendas. Don't become defensive and hostile. Simply enjoy your hobby, be the best person you can be, and prove them wrong. Until next time, I'm Vesper Tomlinson for Gaming After Dark. Good night and good games. If you want more Gaming After Dark, don't forget to hit that like button, leave comments, and subscribe.